Hello, Captains. I am your host, Brent Justice, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. Alright, so we have something new to check out here in Star Trek Online. This is part of my getting back into Star Trek Online action. I made a introduction video, or an update video previously, that explained my absence in Star Trek Online, and explained where I've been and what's going on, and what the future has in store for me, and all this great things. So watch that video first if you want to get an update on my channel and where I've been on this hiatus from Star Trek Online. But I'm back. I'm in it. Here it is. This is my main character, the Doctor. And I want to play something new, something that I hadn't played yet for you guys, but I actually have played on my own. It's a new patrol, and it's part of the First Contact Day stuff that they have going on. Let me go to patrols right here under First Contact Day. Now, I have played this. I did play it already to check it out, and I liked it, and I want to make a recording of it. So just understand, this is not a blind playthrough. I have played this already, but I want to play it for you and show it to you if you haven't seen it. It's called One Night in Bozeman. It's part of the First Contact event that's going on right now. Note, I'll be playing it in advanced difficulty, so this is more difficult than you would normally get from it. It's going to involve the Borg, but that should be more of a challenge, and you can see how that is. Travel back in time to April 4th, 2063, and stop the Borg from preventing humanity's first contact with the Vulcans. So this takes place in Bozeman, Montana, where first contact took place. The Enterprise E and Picard and crew went back to this time period in Star Trek, I almost said Insurrection, Star Trek First Contact. They went back and got to meet Zephyr Cochrane, and eventually the Vulcans landed and all that good stuff, helped them out. Well, this is us going back to that period in time now and doing a mission while they're there. That's interesting. So let's do this. By the way, I'm playing on my main character, the Doctor. He is a science character. And for ground, what am I using? I'm using the temporal stuff here. I'm using the Temporal Defense Initiative set on the ground stuff for him. I do have my regenerator ready, frequency remodulation for the Borg. Pretty much it. Okay, let's launch, and you basically just launch straight into this with all your characters. We'll be introduced to 7 of 9, who is our
Good, you made it. Wasn't looking forward to dealing with this by myself. Our holo emitters are doing their job, and the bombings should happen soon. Once that's finished, we can get started. I brought some remodulators. Once you've equipped one, we can drop the holo shield and get moving.
Bombing? What is happening here?
Daniel said this might happen. Something to do with the effect of chronoton flux on short-term memory. Hey, gotta love temporal mechanics.
So Daniels is the one who has sent us back in time. Time travel?
Yeah, we've been sent back in time to fix a problem. It's April 4th, 2063, the day before First Contact.
The day before.
This is the missile complex where humanity's first warp-capable vessel was launched.
Right. What's the problem we need to solve?
The Borg are the problem. They're here, and they're trying to change history in their favor. History says the Borg failed because of Picard and the crew of the Enterprise, but as of now, history's wrong. Somehow the Borg managed to pull victory from the jaws of defeat tonight. We're here to make sure that doesn't happen.
So the Borg are again trying to affect First Contact Day from the future again. What was that about holo emitters?
Right now we're effectively invisible inside this holo shield. Once we're ready to move out, we'll drop it and our personal emitters will kick in. Think of them as a sophisticated disguise kit. They'll make us look like we belong here. To the locals, we'll look like a band of 21st century humans wandering around the woods of Montana. Any other questions?
No, basically.
Okay, the bombing should end quickly thanks to the Enterprise. We're gonna need to move fast once things stop exploding.
Okay.
Don't forget to equip a frequency remodulator.
I already have. I don't know if my bridge officers have them, though. You know what? My bridge officers don't. I'm gonna go ahead and get them some remodulators. Look, the bombing has started already.
Right, let's get moving. We
Yeah,
need to
hold
get
on.
to the complex quickly.
I need to put these on. Hold on a second. Where did they go? Wait, what? I got one. I can replicate more. Hold on, guys. I guess I wasn't ready. But I'm going to get ready right now. Because my bridge officers need them too, so they can remodulate. Okay, oh, you already had one, okay. Good, okay, and now they all have one, and I have one, and I'm tripled up. And, test my remodulator, yep, it's ready to go. Okay, good. Because we're all using anti-proton weapons, so it's a good thing I have the remodulators on everyone. Okay, alright, now we can go. The one thing I want to say about this map already that you can see here is just how breathtaking this is for this game. This is an old game engine, but they've managed to take the new dynamic lighting they have and really turn this into something really cool. A dense forest, they've got like real world things, a chain fence, and
so much for the bombing run. Enterprise must have finished off the Borg vessel.
These lights here and the way they cast the lights on everything.
Your biological and technological distinctiveness will be added to our own. Resistance is futile.
It's so pretty.
After all this time, they still haven't learned. Resistance is inevitable.
So playing on advanced difficulty means that it's a little bit harder to kill the Borg. But not impossible. They've adapted. Remodulate.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Complex took some hits. Let's check for survivors.
Yep, they definitely are harder on advanced. But what I was trying to say was, look how pretty these lights are. They even have bugs flying around them, and they cast the light on the ground with the shadows and everything, and it's really cool looking through this forest at night. Even got some god rays coming down from the moon there. The volumetric lighting, it looks like. Very nice looking. I'm not sure if it's true volumetric lighting or if it's just baked in, but it looks good. Scan for survivors.
I'm not picking up any Borg life signs in the complex.
Now we can go in here and investigate.
Cardin's people should be here now. Let's make sure before we move on.
Won't really be able to do anything, but remember they were just bombed. All those bombings we saw was the Enterprise stopped the Borg, but yeah, they're bombed. Look at that huge crater. They're all freaking out. Look at that crater. And there's people dead around here. There's another crater over there. Lots of devastation. Let's see what 7 has to say. Scan for subspace signals.
Okay, my tricorder's picking up multiple subspace comm signals in the area.
The Enterprise away team?
Some of them are Starfleet, but they're coming from inside the missile silo. Probably protecting Zephyr Cochrane. The rest of the signals are coming from the southwest. Any guesses as to the source?
The Borg?
Got it in one. Looks like they managed to send down a few landing parties before their ship blew up. Chances are they're here to make our lives difficult. I think it's time we return the favor.
Let's move out. So the Borg are sending people down here. Let's deal with them. Oh, I should go ahead and remodulate first.
Heads up, there are drones ahead.
Your
I
defenses
see
are
them.
insufficient. You will be assimilated.
They've adapted. Oh crap, I didn't mean to hit that. That was my shuttle. I didn't mean to hit that just yet. I wanted to save it for later, but well, we'll still use it later. Oh well, it'll help me now anyway. Okay, got that group. Oh yeah, we can hit these barrels too. If you don't know, bam! And it kills them. Kills them in one shot. So if you can hit those barrels, that helps a great deal.
There are lights over there. Looks like a camp of some kind. The Borg will be drawn to it like moths to a flame. We need to protect the locals. Picking up life signs ahead. Some of them are Borg.
Should have saved precision offensive for here.
What do you want? Get away from us!
You will be assimilated. You will adapt to serve the collective.
What the hell are those things? Robots? Zombies? Robot zombies?
Yes, robot zombies.
Afraid
That's
something
exactly
like
what
this
they
will
are.
happen. Take out those drones.
Flanking damage detected.
They're behind me, they're in front of me, they're everywhere. They hide in the bushes and then come out. They've adapted. They're all over the place. I think I got them. I think.
Okay, we're gonna need to do a memory wipe on the locals. They can't remember the Borg.
Right.
Setting your tricorder to emit a neurolytic pulse should work.
Neuralizer pulse? Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to flashy them. Boop. Just like the Men in Black. I mean, if this isn't straight from that movie, I don't know what is. But they obviously took the neuralizer from Men in Black, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Targets on sensors.
So that's a direct ripoff, but hey, it's fun, right? It's all in fun. It's a parody. It's great. You know, it's fun. Neuralize their memories. Neuralizing.
Looks like the Borg have changed their tactics. They're avoiding Cochrane and the Enterprise crew and focusing on assimilating the locals. Makes sense. After they lost their ship, they lost their numerical advantage.
It's in our best interest to keep it that way.
No argument here. I ran a quick scan of these drones. There's several references in their onboard nav systems to a location north of here. Designation Resource Node 01. We should check this out. Whatever they're up to isn't a good thing. All right, this area is clear. Picking up Borg signals to the north, though.
Now this will be fun up here. Watch this. I'm gonna...
Apparently, Resource Node 01 is a garbage dump. Smells wonderful.
Ha! Took him
There
out.
must be something of tactical value here. Let's make sure they don't find it.
Get that blue item.
Great. This place smells and it's swarming with drones. Take them down. Let's see if we can figure out what they were looking for here.
Okay, search the scrapyard for clues.
Power amplifiers. Copper tubing.
Copper tubing.
And lithium batteries. Oh, hell. I think I know what they're doing here, and it's not good.
Okay, what is it?
Fair point. I think they're trying to build a transporter. They might have lost their ship, but there's a lot of Borg still on Enterprise. If they can beam those drones down here, this situation will go from bad to worse.
Yep, that's not good.
Complex isn't far. Let's make sure it's secure and then work on finding and dealing with this bootleg transporter.
So they're trying to build a transporter with 21st century technology. Is that even possible? I guess with their nanites, they can change the hardware into what they need. They can assimilate the parts, literally.
No sign of the Borg. Run a scan, make sure Picard's team is all accounted for. I'm picking up Starfleet comm badges inside the bar and... Hold on. More Starfleet comm badges inbound, but they're on Borg drones.
Because they are Borg drones. I like how they're coming out of the bushes, the trees. They're like monster zombie robots from the trees. So it is harder on advanced, but not impossible. Pretty, gives you a nice little challenge. You have to remodulate and all that. I can hear the music from the bar area thing. She's sweeping the perimeter. I'm just amazed at how good this map looks. I wish they could do this with all the missions. Make
Okay,
them look this
perimeter's
good.
clear. I'm thinking that transmission tower is our next stop.
Okay, go to the transmission tower, defeat all Borg. That I can do. Boy, there are a lot of them. You can really get caught off guard if you get overwhelmed. Form an attack plan with 7.
And there it is, one bootleg Borg transporter. We need to take it out before this place is crawling with drones.
How can we make that
There
happen?
are 3 transporter pads. Each of them is powered by an array. I can send a feedback pulse from each array to the transporter pad it powers. It should be enough to overload and destroy the pad.
It won't take the Borg long to figure out what you're up to.
Yeah, there's that. You're gonna need to keep them off me while I work, or this plan will go sideways real fast. After we're taking care of the transporter pads, we'll deal with any drones in the area. And if we're lucky, that'll take care of this temporal crisis once and for all.
And if we're not,
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it, okay? Right now, we have a transporter to shut down. You ready to do this? Get me
Now-
to the first array and I'll start disabling their transporter.
this part can be a little difficult because you can get overwhelmed with the Borg. It's best to stay right at the arrays. Don't go any farther than you have to. And you have to stay close to them so that 7 will work. If you don't, she will not work on them. So you literally have to stay right here while she works.
This won't take long. They're using a simple modulating cipher.
Oh crap.
All right, this one's done. Let's go.
Yeah, hold on. We're in the middle of a Borg. They keep respawning at the main facility, so you really don't want to keep fighting them because all they're going to do is keep
2 to
respawning.
go. Stay sharp. They know we're up to something.
So I need to stand like right here and let her work on this. Oh, there's one right coming at me. Jeez, didn't even see it.
They're onto us. Security protocols just spiked, and not in a good way.
No kidding, they're onto us. They're firing at us. How more not onto us can they be? How more onto us can they be? they're onto us.
2 down. That last one's gonna be a real bitch.
Oh, she's cursing now, huh? Got a little Star Trek Picard in here, I see. With the cursing. Gotta have the cursing.
Only one left. Stay with me. We can do this.
I know we can do this. Alright, I'm gonna stand
We
up
have
here.
analyzed your tactics. We have adapted. We are Borg.
Is she's not even working on this one yet. Now she is.
Shield losing power.
They're using a fractal self-replicating security protocol. Go as fast as I can. Got it. The transporter's out of commission.
Hey, I got them all. Almost. Nope, almost got them all. Now I think I got them all. Yes, there it is. That's what they were trying to build. We stopped them.
I think we're through the worst of it. I'm not picking up any Borg activity in the area. Nice work.
And the temporal crisis.
Over as far as you're concerned. I'll deal with all this Borg tech lying around. It's a mess, but my nanites will make short work of it. As for you, feel free to return to the present. Take a break, have a drink. You've definitely earned it.
So she's just gonna stay here? How does she get back? Let's take my discovery marks. Yep, so she's gonna stay here and use her nanites to dismantle everything. Okay, sure, why not? Let's go, I guess. So I got expertise, I got 1,000 dilithium, I got more dilithium. I got the daily progress toward the first contact day thing. So let me show you where that's at. If we go to, where do we go to? No, we don't go there. We go here. We go to events. You will see that this is part of the seasonal event, first contact day. Daily completed. I just completed it. It resets in 20 hours. I have 5 out of 14. The reward is this thing right here. Console Universal Temporal Vortex Probe. Plus 19% exotic damage. Plus 5% turn rate. Plus 12.5% cooldown reduction on temporal operative bridge officer abilities. And then its ability is to create a moving anomaly that does radiation damage plus a slow. Creates a temporal vortex for 30 seconds that travels to targeted foe's current location. To each foe in the vortex's cone, it does a certain amount of radiation damage per second, and then it flight speed and turn rate is reduced. So that's what it does. That's what you're after if you want to do the whole event. And you need 14 of those dailies. But I think the event only lasts till April 23rd, so it's coming up now on getting close to being over. I'm not going to make it, but that's okay. I could buy it out. How much can I buy it out for? Well, I don't have enough Zen. Anyway, that's what you're going for this reward if you want that. I'm not too interested in it, so that's why I'm kind of doing this lazily. I'm not too interested in it, but if you were, then you're probably already doing this because you would have needed to get 14 of them. Or you could just buy it out. There's another component you could do every day as well, the model rocket launch, which is the same old model rocket launch, but it doesn't add to your daily completed, it's just one or the other. Even though you can do it, it's just one or the other. So that is another thing you can do. They said that they put some new paint on the model rocket launch thing, but I did it. I played it already. It seemed exactly the same to me with no differences. So I don't know what's new or different about it, but to me, I didn't see any differences. Maybe you do, but I don't. I don't know. You can let me know if you see anything new, but I really don't. I'm really not going to play it again because I've played it every year that they've done it. So if you want to go check it out and see what it is and what it looks like, just search on my channel for the rocket launch or the model rocket launch or the first contact day. It's probably under first contact day. And you will find those videos. I've done it. It's the same this year. Nothing is changed. The mechanics are exactly the same. I think you even have a worse chance of winning this at the end of it. At least I had 2 purples and 1 blue, and my rocket still like blew up barely off the ground. So I don't know how the thing works. It's stupid, but it doesn't really matter what kind of components you have on your rocket. I think it's a random chance of your rocket doing well or not doing well in the end. I just think it's a random chance. So it's not really enticing or entertaining. It was the first time I did it years ago, and I have the model rocket now, so I don't need it. But if you want to do it, it's there. If you want to watch a video of it, I have videos of it on my channel. I've done it multiple years. I'm not going to record it this year. Nothing's different. If something was different, I would. But nothing's different, so I'm not. What is different is this one night in Bozeman patrol. That's new and different. And I like it a lot. And I hope they revive that every year with this event. So there you go, one night in Bozeman patrol. Hope you all enjoyed that. Let me know what you think of that new patrol. I like that we're getting a ground patrol now instead of another space one. That's fun. That's exciting. That's new. That's different. That changes things up. I hope they keep doing stuff like that. I want them to bring back the patrols in a big way. They've now set it up so that you can get to patrols easy under the patrols tab. So now they need to put every single patrol that exists in the game here. They're not here. You can click on all patrols. It's not all the patrols in the game. They need to put them here. They have the mechanism for it now. Now they need to put them in here. Because I like the patrols in the game. I actually think that they are an added piece of the gameplay beyond the storyline that just makes it feel like Star Trek. So I want more patrols. I enjoy that. Let me know what you think of this one below. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.